When I saw this story about women and babies allegedly being harmed at Lovelace Women's Hospital, it hit very close to home. Like these women, I should have filed a malpractice suit against Lovelace Women's Hospital. And unlike some of these families, both my child and I are here to tell you this story. In 2015, I went into labor with my first pregnancy. My water broke, and I went to Lovelace Women's Hospital ready to welcome my baby. Like so many women, I needed all of the meds to actually help me start and maintain contractions and dilations, all while counting down the hours to the magic number of 24. For those who don't know, once the water bag is open for 24 hours, the risk of infection and complications for both the mother and the baby increase significantly. Somewhere around the 36-hour mark, I opted for an epidural. While my mother continued to ask the providers why they weren't considering a C-section, given the open water bag, lack of consistent contractions, and lack of dilation. The answer? Lovelace Women prides themselves on low C-section rates. I now understand what that meant. Their numbers mattered more than my life or my baby's. After 48 and a half hours, I delivered. I hemorrhaged as they worked to clear my baby's airways. In the hours and days that followed, the harm continued. When my body, swollen and overwhelmed from 2 days of intervention, could not urinate on its own, a catheter was reinserted. About 4 days after I came home, I returned to the emergency room with a fever of 105 and was diagnosed with intrauterine and bladder infections. I was a new parent. I was severely anemic from blood loss. I spent another 5 days in the hospital. My postpartum care for the anemia was non-existent, and I spent 3 months barely being able to carry my baby up our stairs. The thing is, I didn't actually realize that the way I was treated was wrong, or that there was another way, until my second pregnancy with a different team of midwives and a different location. And now I'm mad, furious, in fact, for me, my baby, and my family. And that's why this new reporting on Lovelace Hospital stopped me. Because this isn't just one family saying something went terribly wrong. And there's a bigger question here we need to talk about. What happens when private equity and corporate profit enter places where the priority should be keeping people safe? The Albuquerque Journal reported that at least 23 lawsuits have been filed involving Lovelace's labor and delivery unit since 2011. And that doesn't include the many, many people with stories like mine. The lawsuits contain serious allegations about the care women and babies received, including delayed C-sections, clinical decision-making, and concerns raised by nurses. Lovelace says patient safety is its highest priority and that it remains committed to providing safe, high-quality care. I keep thinking about how much trust we put in people when we walk into a hospital to give birth. You're trusting them with your body, you're trusting them with your baby, and you're trusting that when something isn't right, somebody will notice and somebody will listen. And that's why we have to ask hard questions when private equity and profit become part of healthcare. There are some places where the bottom line should never come before people, and the delivery room is one of them. Every New Mexico family deserves to feel safe bringing a child into the world. And when families keep raising serious concerns about whether that happened, we should be willing to listen and we should demand answers.